Are you ready? All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight. It's raining right now, so there may be a drill that you will have to participate in. I know I want to make sure you know how to use a shop vac properly, because we all know that now. So we really do appreciate everybody coming out tonight. And you know, I'm Stacy, our CEO. I think I know everyone in the room, but just to make sure. Every time I especially stand in this space and in our ALF and our behavioral health center, it reminds me how sacred this ground is. There have been so many lives changed, mine as well, in this room, and there's so much hope and healing. And I know that you didn't come out tonight because there was pizza bagel bites. You came out tonight because you want to be a part of something. And Broward House is a really beautiful thing to be a part of. And our staff, we have 100 staff, and they are so dedicated and resilient and caring and smart. And during this whole time with the flood, you know, it was every day has changed. Every day, 4 months later, still continues to change. And everybody just says, okay, what do we do? We're here to care for people, and we're going to do whatever it takes, whether that's running a shop vac or, delivering meals, doing whatever it takes. So thank you for being here tonight. It is costing us money, and Broward House has often done things quietly. We need to raise donations right now. So we do have insurance, but anybody ever dealt with insurance? And we also have really old buildings. So we opened a wall, and all of those do-it-yourself shows where they open a wall and there's snakes, and it's real. Ours happen to be old studs and old electrical. So there's a lot of work to do. And for Broward House, who here, I'll ask you, who here, and you can raise your hand, you don't have to raise your hand, you can think about it. Think about if there's someone in your life that no matter what goes wrong, what you do, what you say, you know that they're going to be there for you, right? They're not going to turn you away no matter what. How many people have that person? A lot of times the folks walking through our doors don't have that person. And to do this shit alone in this world is hard. And we just have to show up for people. And you guys coming out tonight, and I say this a lot, but I mean it, that just showing up tonight, whether you make a donation or not, you showing up, your presence matters to people, because people living with HIV, experiencing homelessness, experiencing addiction, experiencing mental health are still stigmatized in our world. And we get to say, you matter, and you showing up tonight tells people that they matter. So thank you for being a part of something. So you showing up matters. But if you want to make a donation, we are fortunate to have the Wharton Foundation. I want to thank you for being here tonight. Has made a commitment to match up to $250,000 for Broward House. So we are incredibly grateful that the Wharton Foundation recognizes the value of the people that we serve and wants to be a part of our community and a part of who we are. So we're also doing this on Facebook Live. So we ask anybody, this is your time to make a donation and then have it doubled, which is an incredible place to be, and to know that you make a difference. We thought about how do you honor people who give, and what does that look like? And when I asked the board of directors of Wharton Foundation, they said, do what you do, basically was the answer. That's how we do it. And we want to be able to honor everybody who gives. And we want it to matter to the people that we serve. So another one of our first donors was Robert Moyes, who has been a longtime volunteer as well. And what we're going to do for everybody who donates $5,000 or more, we have our doors, and we'll take you next door to see our rooms. You get a door. It's really nice. It's an old door that's been flooded, but you get a door. Our doors are really important in our assisted living facility because it means safety. It means a place of my own. So being able to walk through a door and close the door behind you and know that you have a safe place to live is meaningful. So this is my big reveal. So the signs will say Robert Moyes believes in you. So, but if you make the donation, we won't use his name. So we have other donors up here that have already met that too. So you can see we've got Michael Roars here as well tonight, and the Wharton Foundation and the Campbell Foundation. Ken is here from the Campbell Foundation. So they'll all have a door. But even more meaningful is that whoever walks through that door will get the message that somebody else believes in them. So that person that you have, they will know that there's somebody else out there that believes in them. So we hope to fill all of our doors with these messages. So would you like to see what a room looks like? Let's go this way. So,
about right here. Okay. So,
hi there. Thank you for coming.
Bill.
Hey, Bill and Stacy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry? I don't know that we ever have.
No.
I don't believe we have.
No.
Which is why I wanted to stop by today.
Thank you for coming.
Hey guys.
So we're gonna come this way. We're coming this way. So there's no light.
I'm sitting here giving a tour to him.
Please do. Please do.
I know the facility well.
Be our guide. Be our guide, Kevin.
We've arrived.
We've arrived. We've arrived.
How many rooms are
All of them.
destroyed?
All of them.
Is it like
74 people. Yeah. So just to give you an idea of what the construction is looking like. So this would typically be a room where two people slept. So, redoing the bathrooms, like it really took everything. This is I'm from Florida. I don't know how many others are from Florida, but this is an old Florida building. So
What did it used to be?
Many years ago, it's always been a center of a home. It was adult living prior to that, but we've owned it for 35 years, Broward House. Yeah, 35 years. When we opened the walls, there was mold from probably 1968 in the walls, and then the electrical and this, like I said, the studs also needed to be upgraded. So it's going to be a full. So they had to turn the electric off today, so there's no electric. That's why it's dark. We just roll with it. So we have a lamp. So there's electricity in the kitchen. So we'll be redoing all of the walls, and this is where the doors will be. And Robert's mom had also made a donation, so that's where our doors will be. We can walk this way if you want to see.
Let me get out of the way.
Go, Robert. Hey there. Thank you for the light. Things you don't think about in the middle of the day. So this is typically our dining room. So we serve, 74 people live here. And we had to evacuate 74 people during the flood. So it was a challenge, but the community came together and we were able to make it happen along with our staff. So this is our dining room. We typically have 24-hour nursing. We cook 3 meals a day in our kitchen. So all of our rooms, you can look into the hallways down there. You can see we're putting in new flooring, so progress is happening. This is Dan. He's with our contractor. He's our contractor, so he's making sure it's going fast, right, Dan?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
How many clients will live in this building?
74 clients will live in this building, and people stay approximately 6 months to a year. A little longer if we need, and it's really a place where people learn to I always say there's two things that we give people. With all that we have to do, there's only two things, and one is to teach them that they deserve an amazing life, because a lot have been told that they don't, and that change is possible. And I think if we can instill those two things, the world is open. So that's really our goal. So when people become independent and then they move on, then somebody else comes in and has a chance as well. So we're always working to make sure that we take people to the next step of independence, and this is not the last stop. We also offer, the room that you were in before, we do substance abuse treatment and mental health services. So we're making sure too that people get wrapped in care, and they don't have to go to several different places to make that happen. So they can learn about HIV, their medications, often themselves, and find their own strength here is our goal. Any questions?
So where is everybody staying right now?
So back here, no, I'm kidding. So we place people in different places. We reached out to a lot of our partners in the community recently, and then we had the Ramada Inn that AHF had purchased to make it low-income housing. Luckily, they had just purchased it, and there was a lot of empty rooms. So we set up over there. So we have 24-hour staff over there. We deliver our meals to them. So right now we have about 28 clients left in that facility, and we keep working to move them to independent housing. Broward House also owns 10 apartment buildings with independent living, and we had one that was under construction last year that just opened last month, and we were able to move 5 people into independent living. So getting people to that next step. We're continuing even in the hotel-like setting, as we're still providing substance abuse treatment, and it like Broward House is Broward House no matter where we are. So we've learned that we can just create that no matter where we are. So it's what we've been able to do. Like I said, our staff is incredibly resilient, as well as our clients, those we serve. The gratitude that I think, there's the basics we all take for granted in life. And this, our clients had come here to find stability, and everything was disrupted in like 3 days. And we moved them into like basically a hotel room, and we, kept meeting with them, trying to tell them what was happening, but it kept changing quickly. And there was so much gratitude from them. And those of us, sometimes if something doesn't work right and we get frustrated by it, here everything was disrupted, and they were just grateful, and really supported each other as well in that. So it's beautiful to see.
Were you able to keep all the staff on?
We are. So there is a lot of work to do, and we have a bit of a revenue loss, which is also impacting us. So our goal is to raise $1.5 million. So there is some revenue loss, and as the leader of the organization, we have 100 staff, and there's not one that we want to leave. And so we don't want to do layoffs. So we really have been able to keep everybody, and there's plenty of work to do. And at Broward House, we have on our business cards, everybody's title says care guide. It's either care guide or care leader. And that's because you never know what your job's going to be that day, and that we all jump in. So it's easy for the staff to take on new roles as well. Yeah. Our CNA was cooking and doing transportation, and you just doing HIV testing. So everybody's really jumped in to make it happen. Yeah. Any other questions? And staff, once you have good people, you don't want them to leave. And we value the staff as much as we value our clients.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, they make the difference. Does anybody else have any questions?
Were the other buildings damaged as well?
Yes, so we have an administrative building around the corner from here. That one, like 2 feet of water sat for days in that one, because it's right over by Broward General. So that one sat, and we were so focused on here that we didn't even pay attention to the admin building. And then we have a duplex behind us. Luckily, was also already under construction before we moved new people in there. But our duplex and our facilities building where we keep all of our tools, and our housing offices that we have for all of our folks that live in the apartments. So there's a bit of work ahead of us. But people have worked alongside of us to make things happen. City of Fort Lauderdale's worked with us with permitting and just continuing to move forward. And then we have all of our other stuff that continues to happen as well. So we also have our offices in Wilton Manor is our client service center, which wasn't touched. So our staff is a little, United Way has given us office space. We have some people at United Way. We have some people, our finance team is working out of AHF. I have a little office back in the corner here to keep things moving. So everybody's just kind of adjusting. Yeah. And then other things came up. We found out we needed a new roof, which has nothing to do with the flood. But when we took the ceiling down, we found the leaks and we need a new roof. So it just continues to, we own old buildings in Florida. We also have a great facilities team. They don't do the big construction like this, but they do the day-to-day, and they're pretty awesome. Any other questions for me? No? All right. Well, thank you all for coming out tonight and being a part of Broward House.